So I've seen a few people do a variation of this video. I've seen Jessica Brauns say, what if, actually I don't remember who did which one, but what if your house burnt down? What makeup would you buy first to replace what you lost? What if you're on vacation and your makeup got stolen while you were there, and what would you buy first? I think EmilyNoels did something of this sort. Maybe I'm getting my influencers confused, but actually I'm gonna say this. I'm gonna say, what if a makeup thief, because I don't like the thought of my house burning down, because honestly, if my house burned down, makeup will be the last thing on my fucking mind. I'm gonna say, what if some like crazy sycophant who was after everybody's makeup came in, stole all of my makeup? What would be the products I would replace first? Like the 5 products I would replace first. I think I have them. So I sat down and I was like, what products would I be like, oh my God, like I need these first? I'd replace a lot of things, but the first things that I would have to replace, I think it would be these. The first one would be the CYO Long Lasting Foundation. I hate the way this is written on here because it doesn't look right. It says Long Lasting Foundation Life Proof. I want to say the Long Lasting Life Proof Foundation. But anyway, I'm in the shade 103. This is like a moisturizer and foundation in one. So that's why it would work for me the best, because it's hydrating, it has that dewy finish. It's a great shade for me. It's kind of a medium finish. It lasts all day. All of my cream products and everything just kind of melt into it. Powders sit on top of it beautifully. I never have a bad makeup day when I wear this. So this would absolutely be like one of the first things I repurchase. The next is the Bite Beauty Agave Lip Balm. I like the stick formula. I do have the like overnight tube, but I love this one too. This is the actual like lip balm twist up. I like this and the overnight tube better than the tub of the Laneige sleeping mask. People love that. I don't see the big deal about it. I like this 10 times better. It's like that thick, it almost has like that Vaseline-y, thick, waxy feel to it, but I love that. I feel like it's doing something. My lips feel supple and smooth. It's probably one of the best lip balms I've ever tried. I'm a huge lip balm junkie, so this is like an absolute must for me. Lip balm and lip treatments are one of those products that I buy in abundance. Like I have 3 in my purse, 4 in my bedroom, 5 in my bathroom, 6 in my nightstand, 7 up here sitting on my vanity. I have more than I need. But in case that thief comes into my house and takes them all, this would be the one I buy first. The next is another lip product, and it's a lipstick that I have a few backups of. It's probably one of my favorite. I think it is probably if I had to pick a nude to wear the rest of my life, it would be this. And this is the Nude Sticks Lip and Cheek Pencil in Whisper. In my opinion, this is my perfect nude. I have 2 favorite nudes from Nude Sticks. I don't know how to pronounce this. I'm gonna write this one on the screen. Montaigne. They're very similar. One's matte, one's cream. Creme is Whisper, and Montaigne, I guess, is matte. I'm actually wearing both of them on my lips right now. So we have Montaigne right here, and then Whisper right here. Montaigne's a little less like peachy, a little more browny. The Whisper is like my all-time favorite nude ever. This is definitely the one I would pick up first if that mother came into my house. The next is actually a brush. Samantha Ravndahls turned me onto this brush, and I didn't want to try it because this is like a $20-something brush. And I have a few pros and cons about this brush. Mostly pros, but a very big con. White brushes are brushes that I don't love. Not because they stain easy, not for any of the normal reasons, but because when you wash them, you have to dry them correctly or they're going to dry and look like they've been electrocuted. And it's very hard to get them back to their original shape unless you shape dry them. I have a Sigma, it's like a leather folder. And you actually dry your brushes in it, and it has little elastic holders that hold your brushes together and dry the bristles fast and keep them in their shapes. If I didn't have that, I would hate this brush because drying it would be a mess. That's con 1. The second con is that spot cleaning this. I use Cinema Secrets, which I love for every other brush. When I use this to clean this brush when I spot clean, little pieces of this brush break off every single time. I know I'm gonna have to replace this brush, which sucks because I've never had to replace a makeup brush, ever. And it just figures the one I'm gonna have to replace is a favorite, and it's also one of my most expensive brushes. Not the most expensive brush I've ever seen. I mean, I have Artis brushes and some other expensive brushes, but that kind of rubbed me the wrong way. But I'm just saying. Anyway, on to the actual brush. This is a brush that I can use for an entire eye look alone. So if I had to go and repurchase some makeup stuff, this would absolutely be a brush that I would buy first, along with a handful of makeup to do, or to use all that makeup with. I can do, like I said, this whole eye look that I'm wearing right now, besides like the precision like cut crease and putting on the concealer, I can do pretty much an entire eye look with this. I'm sorry, I didn't even tell you what this was. This is the Smith 247 brush. Yeah, I can do almost an entire eye look with this brush. It's one of my favorites, if not my favorite brush. Sam was right. It's fantastic and very fragile, apparently. And the last product, I didn't want to just pick 5. I mean, there's no rules. I can pick as many as I wanted, but I figure I'd just narrow it down to 5. The last is a makeup palette. And you guys, if you watched me before, have heard me complain about Morphe eyeshadow palettes. I love a lot of their brushes. Haven't had a lot of issue with their brushes, but I have had a lot of issues in consistency and formula with their palettes, except for this one. This is one of my favorite palettes in the world, and it's a Morphe palette. This is the Dare to Create 39A palette. This palette is missing one thing, and that's a light cream or bone matte shade. Other than that, it literally has every shade I could ever want. It has greens, warms, cools. I don't really dabble in the cools, but they're there if I want them. And it's literally only 3 like blue shades, and that's fine. But the greens, the camo shades, the reds, the pinks that's in there, like that bright orangey shade, every color in here is beautiful. I've never come across an issue. I've never come across the issues that I've come across in other Morphe palettes. I've never come across those issues with this palette. I'm literally happy every time I use this palette. And I've debated doing this video a bunch of times, and every time I sit down to do this video, this is immediately the palette I think I need to put in this video. So that just tells me this is the palette that I would need to rebuy. So I'm not gonna fight destiny. If this makeup thief ever comes in, this will be the palette I repurchase, hands down. I don't know what Morphe does to mess with their other palettes and make them so inconsistent, but whatever they did with this palette, they did right, like 100%. All right, I'm not gonna get into my whole Morphe spiel right now, we don't have time. But yeah, that was it. Let me know what products you guys would repurchase first and foremost if a makeup thief came into your house, ransacked your makeup, took everything you had, and you had to repurchase a handful of products. What would be the first things that you buy? You can't live without. You gotta go get something. What do you get? Let me know in the comments below. And if there are any other kind of fun like videos like this you wanna see, make sure you suggest them to me again in the comments below. And that was it. Thank you guys so much for watching, and until next time, I'll see you guys later. Bye.